city of Barcelona never stops. It forces you to go faster. Sometimes you want to use this energy of the environment to push you farther. Gentlemen, welcome to a new episode. This is Miquel Gironès, for those who don't know me, and today it's a really special episode. It's an episode de la terra, I always say here in Catalonia, from the root, from the origins, a place that I was born in, beautiful Barcelona. Today we're going to talk about what's going on in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain, the Spanish passport, how you can get it 3 ways, and how you can live in Spain without paying taxes, which is ridiculous, but there's a way. If you know a little trick and you know how to count, you're going to learn how you can live in these places without paying any taxes. So I'm so excited for this one. It's a special one. It's one that is just like home. Can't wait to share with you the cultural heritage, the places, the touristy ones that are worth visiting, the non-touristy ones, the hidden gems. We don't want to tell other people, but you're gonna go with us and you're gonna see the non-touristy that are worth going and seeing with your own eyes. So without further ado, I'm so excited. Let's start this episode right now. Spain, nice country for the weather, for the foods, but definitely not for the taxes. That's why I left fiscally Spain and I don't pay taxes in this country anymore. Why? Because it's a tax hell. Remember, Spain without the S is pain. And it's a pain. It's a pain in the ass, actually. You start paying stupid taxes for pretty much everything. Like, not just the taxes that you pay when you buy something, but also the taxes when you make capital gains, profits, when you inherit properties, when you make any income, tax. And the worst of all is that you're considered rich when you make 80,000 euros a year. You already become in the highest bracket of taxes. So it's ridiculous. It just goes beyond 40%, 45, 50, 52%. It's just insane. That's why I recommend everybody to come to this country, enjoy it, but not pay taxes here, because there are more favorable countries to pay taxes than here. For example, Bulgaria, for example, Cyprus, for example, if we go to other continents, we can have Paraguay, we can have other spots in Latin America, Uruguay, we can have even Panama, we can go to the UAE to be the least, or we can just go under the radar in so many other countries that I will not share right now in this video, but if you come in one of my in-person events or meetups, you will know. Think well when you want to establish center of interest in this country, because at the end they will come after you. The tax office, the tax government will go after you. And it is something that you'll have to prove, you'll have to show evidence, and it's gonna be difficult. They're gonna make it difficult for you. It's not like India, it's not like Pakistan, it's not Africa. This is Spain. We're talking Canada, Spain, Australia, the US, UK, one of the worst countries tax-wise when it comes to regulations. No, they will try to make you pay taxes in their country. That's why that's the countries that we have the most amount of clients from, because they need help. They really need help on how to detach themselves fiscally from there and keep the passport and then keep the quality of life and keep traveling and visiting these countries. However, be smart with your money. Pay taxes. For example, when I come here, I go to the restaurant, I go somewhere, and I pay the taxes, and I'm happy to do that. But not on all my income, not on money that I make with this, with my hours, with my time, with my muscle, with my, work ethic. That money I want to keep it for myself. So, if you want to learn how I escaped fiscally Spain in 2019 and how you can legally pay 0% taxes while still enjoying the quality of life in this country, keep watching the videos in this channel, because a bit here, a bit there, I keep disclosing what I did, what are my steps, where I went, how I did it, how I timed it, what processes I took, and eventually you'll be able to do it If you want to shortcut it, if you want to make it faster, just book a consultation with us. In 30 minutes, we're going to share how to do it right away, so your process is smooth. You can find more in the description down below. And remember that paying taxes is immoral if the money that taxes are supposed to be used for are not used for. Because if you support corruption, then my friend, what's your value system? Oh, but I don't have a choice. I pay taxes and then they do whatever they want with the money. You have a choice. They say taxes and death are the two only things that are secure in this life. It's not true. Death it is, but not taxes. You can legally pay 0% taxes. It's your choice to take the step and make it happen. There's a way to live in Spain and pay 0% taxes that I'm going to explain a bit later on this video. But first of all, the first approach, the people come to us and say, Miquel, I have a dream. Would it be possible to live in beautiful Spain, for example, in Barcelona, and pay 0% taxes while living here 9 months, 10 months, 12 months, have my kids in school, have my wife here, have all the substance of my business, of my life, of my income here, and pay 0% taxes, or what's the lowest I can pay? Well, I'm gonna give you the 0% tax solution later on. Most frequently, when it's that case of more than 183 days in Spain, the minimum you're going to pay it's 24% if you are somebody wealthy. If you are making, let's say, 6 figures, you're gonna pay 24%. Because there's a law, it's called the Beckham Law. Why it's called the Beckham Law? Because of the football player, David Beckham. That's a long story. But long story short, that law allows you to create a company in Spain. It allows you, with some other requirements of not being a tax resident before, not having more than 25% of the shares of that company in your name. So you need to be employed by a company or create a company and give away the shares. So it's really complicated, and it works only for the first 600,000 euros. After 600,000, you pay 45% in taxes. So if you are making $10 million a year, that's gonna be ridiculous. So you're gonna have a high price tag to enjoy this quality of life, this architecture, this nature, the food, etc., etc. So that's why it might be interesting for you to stay in this video and know about the 0% tax solution. Other options are the Digital Nomad Visa, ways to stay here in Spain for longer. But again, Spain might be great if you are a person that's just starting a business and it's paying 3K, 4K in taxes because it's making less than 6 figures. That would be beneficial because you can still enjoy this and it's not painful. But as you become wealthier and wealthier, that's the reason, gentlemen, that millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires are not choosing Spain as a tax haven, because it is not. So don't be fooled, come here, enjoy, and in a second you will know another alternative. But if you want to make it legally, without hiding assets away and then the Spanish tax system, Hacienda, finding out that that's gonna cause consequences and fines, huge ones, then yeah, do things legally, choose if you like this, but I'm telling you, it's better to have Spain as a place to enjoy, but not to pay taxes in. In case you want to get the Spanish citizenship, the passport, well, you have multiple ways. Our clients ask us, how can we get the passport of a beautiful place like this one? And my answer is, you have 3 different ways. Number 1, you can marry a Spanish citizen and you're gonna get it legally in 1 year, but because of the delays and complications, then it's gonna be 2 or 3. You have another route, which is in case you have Spanish descent, you can also claim it by ancestry, which you can do by studying your lineage, your family tree. Option number 3, it's by naturalization. What does it mean? Well, if you don't have any ties to Spain, then it's gonna take 10 years. However, there's something called naturalization by preferred nationality. What's this fancy word? It says that if you're Mexican, if you are from Latin America, if you are from Philippines, you reduce from 10 years to 3 or 2. So it might be faster to get Mexican citizenship and then a Spanish citizenship, because the Mexican you can do 4 years of temporary, 2 of permanent, get the citizenship, and then apply 2 years later in Spain, would be 8 in total. Or have a kid in Mexico, get citizenship after 1 year, and then 2 years later, you have one in Spain. So instead of 10, 2. Make the math, choose the route, but it's interesting to see that when you have a broader view, and instead of going directly to the passport you want, you take another one, you collect 2 in lower time. So it's about thinking strategically. That's why first-class citizens, we know the rules from different countries, and then we can enjoy this paradise forever.
I hate to say it because I'm European myself, but taxes in Europe are just crazy. 50 to 60% taxes are insane. So let's say that you have an EU passport and you have your tax residency in Dubai, you spend more than 90 days there. The other 9 months of the year, you want to spend them in Spain. What will happen is that Spain, the tax authorities, Hacienda, will say, well, you crossed the 183 days line, so you might be liable to taxes in Spain. What you want to do is reducing to 182 or less days in, let's say, Spain, and then you can do the same in another European country. Let's say you love Switzerland in winter, and then you want to be in Spain in spring and summer. So that's going to leave you a window of a couple days that you just visit the third country, and voila, you are not triggering tax residency by overstaying this 6 months period in any jurisdiction. However, if you want to live there full-time, let's say you have a family, let's say your wife, your kids are going to school in Spain, well, Spain can still consider you a tax resident because you have other centers of interest that they call it. As I mentioned, could be owning a home, could be a mortgage, could be you're owning or renting a vehicle, you have your kids in school. So many reasons. The best way for you is to create a solid center of interest outside of country you want to live in. But again, it's going to be tax evasion, it's going to be illegal if you just open a company in Bulgaria or open a company in Cyprus, nothing else, just on paper, and then you live in Spain 9 months a year, have your family, and then you say,
oh no, Spain does not have any authority to tax me.
They're gonna go after you, they're gonna put you a fine that it's gonna offset everything that you think you would have saved. It's definitely terrible. You don't want to get into court with a Spanish tax system. If you are more flexible, you can just stay under the 6 months. If you want to stay in an European high tax country and you want to implement this strategy of the center of interest in a lower tax jurisdiction, in a more tax optimized way, you can reach out to us. We're gonna have a link in the description, and our team knows exactly where to tap into when you give us more details about what you're willing to do, what's impossible for you, what's your current situation. We think about the ways that we can make it work in a 100% legal way so that we can optimize taxes and sleep sound, knowing that nobody's going to go after you and after your assets.
Time must be perfectly calculated in your strategy to get new citizenships, new residencies, to gain sovereignty, geographic freedom. Why? You know, classical examples, practical examples of Panama that was so easy, so damn easy to get some residency there, and now it's so complicated. The other example is Paraguay. You could become a permanent residency right away, and now you have to go through temporary residency and then permanent residency, which increases the cost, the time, the requirements, so on and so forth. Turkey, $250,000, the golden days. Now it's $400,000 for a property to get the Turkish citizenship. I go on and on and on. And also we need to time what processes will take 3 years, which ones 5 years, which ones 7 or even 10 years. You get naturalized in Spain, for example, unless you take a shortcut, which is get first Mexico, and then in 2 years you can become a Spanish. That's a loophole. But that's why I say time is of the essence. It's something that we value as first-class citizens, we value speed, and we factor in time. We see how many clocks we can start ticking right away. Because why not? Why would you wait one after the other? By the time you are 20 years older, you're gonna get 3 citizenships. Well, you could have gotten them in 5 years, 7 years, if you made the right maths. So calculate well, make sure that time is your ally, and remember that one day it's gonna be too late to get the program, to get the residency, the golden visa, the citizenship, the passport. that you want it for you, for your family, for your future generations. Once you get it, it's difficult that you're going to lose the benefits of it. Usually, residency programs grandfather anything that they promised, they keep it for the future, they change it for the new people coming. So if there's something that you like, do it now, because maybe you wanted a Caribbean passport at $125,000 that now you have to pay $250. Think about it. The more you wait for something you want, the harder it's going to get. There's no examples of getting easier and easier and easier. So plan well, take action, because as I say, it's better 1 year too early than 1 day too late. A question I get asked frequently is, Mr. Gironès, what's the cost of living in Barcelona? And I think it's completely the wrong question, because cost of living means nothing. After traveling to more than 35 countries, more than 200 cities, since November 2018, I can tell you, cost of living means nothing. You can go to very cheap places with low quality of life and vice versa. The best thing you want to aim for is the ratio. And this is something that I appreciate here in Barcelona. Why? Because you pay for the things. Yeah, it's more expensive than other capitals. However, you get quality. You have the W hotel, you have the terrace that went with a first-class citizen meetup, 10 people, right now, a few minutes ago. Azul, rooftop, beautiful views. You can see the palm trees, you can see the vibrant cities, you can see the music, the live artists, people that are shredded and ripped, training calisthenics here to motivate you, to inspire you, great facilities. This is what I'm aiming for, and this is what I want to keep sharing with you, because it's what really matters. I've been in places paying nothing, but not being able to enjoy life. And vice versa, places that I enjoy a lot, but also cost 20 times more. So the sweet spot is found, yes, one in Barcelona. I think it has a great ratio. Number two, another place that is close by. That's why Barcelona is so attractive, because if you drive 1 hour north, you find a coast. A coast that's called the Brave Coast, the Wild Coast, Costa Brava. Insane nature, majestic places, crystalline water. They call it, people from Barcelona, that this is hell and that's heaven. That's the first thing that the host said when we arrived. Oh, you come from heaven, when I told him that I was born in Costa Brava. So this is something that I can't wait to share with you, first-class citizens, because what you're gonna see, the footage from that area is unmatched. You're gonna love it. So Miquel Gironès, ciao from Barcelona, and I'll see you in Costa Brava.